Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome to the rest of your September 2020 love tarot reading. I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the space for a moment. I'm just feeling a little bit heavy energy, so I want to cleanse the space for you. All right. So, firstly, we'll pull a card from the Lover's Oracle to get an overall theme for your reading. This is for those of you that are single and also in a relationship. I cover both, and then we'll get into my favorite part of the, we'll generally look into what's going on for all of you, and then we'll get into my favorite part of the reading. What's your person thinking and feeling at this time, and what are you thinking and feeling, and how are you two going to behave, and what will be the outcome of that? So let's go ahead and pull a card. It says transformation. How fitting. It's like judgment, Pluto, right? Your relationship, or death, Scorpio. It's very much Scorpio energy. Transform your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So like this says here, I found this today. Here, this says love never fails. So, you know, love conquers and transforms all things. Your relationship is about to deepen. That's what's going on. And if you're single and waiting to meet someone new, it could be love for yourself, but also bringing in that new love, a transformation in your own life, and adapting to that new love coming in. So let's go ahead and use the traditional deck to get started here. A little more about Scorpio's love life for the rest of September. I do look a little bit further beyond as well. But if you'd like to see the October reading, you can subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. All right, so what is going on for Scorpio? Oh, these three fell out. So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Swords. So for some of you, you could be dealing with two women. One maybe recently you walked away from or lost passion for, and you're walking towards one. Maybe a fire sign and an air sign. Also, you could be dealing with the same woman, but she's not being as warm anymore. And it can also be a man you're dealing with, of course. Okay, so if you're a female dealing with a male, or a male dealing with a male, this could be a maternal figure or another type of woman interfering as well. A third party situation possibly. And yeah, but I just feel like present time too, this could represent you. You're being sort of strategic. You're kind of keeping everything at the communication level with a lot of people. You're not really indulging or being physical at this time. It seems like you're operating though from a really good place in the past. That could be part of this transformation. So the past card is always telling me, you know, it shows you've had a pretty good past. It's like any kind of trauma or anything like that, you've transformed, transmuted, but you could be coming off a little bit cold at this time, whether you're male or female, as the Queen of Swords. So it's like you're holding back here, and you're not really putting yourself out there. You're not receptive to anything from the past. You're kind of emotionally closed off in the coming days and weeks. So let's get a little bit more clarity about these queens. Tell me a little more about these queens for Scorpio. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, you just really want to communicate. If you are in a relationship, it's like you're like, okay, we're not gonna be doing anything until we talk. We need to talk, and you want to really talk to this person. It's a serious conversation that needs to be had, and if it's not you wanting it, then they want it with you, and they may be even trying to get to you here, and you're kind of like not responding. This is walking away emotionally, so this could be you coming back emotionally in reverse, but I almost feel like it indicates an even stronger absence of emotions. So let's go ahead and clarify this Eight of Cups in reverse for Scorpio. The Two of Swords, yeah, it's like you don't have any vision for the future. You have to make a decision here. There has to be a conversation. This is a crossroads. So I'm just feeling like I felt sort of some stagnant and opposite energy in one of the other readings. I can't remember which one, but for you, I'm feeling more like you're kind of like pushing against it. I felt a little resistance with Taurus, your opposite. I just finished theirs, but you're actually like pushing against this. Like, we need to talk, or you're pushing away talking, but you're pushing against it. Where Taurus had some resistance going on and they're kind of blocking it, you're like actively pushing this. You're emotionally like closing off here. You have a lot of emotions involved. It was good in the past. If you just kind of been on your own for a while, you're just not wanting to share with anyone else, you're very comfortable by yourself. Tell me a little more about the Six of Cups in reverse. The Empress. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a Taurus or an Aries, but also you're just really wanting things to be fruitful, and I feel like you don't feel like you're getting that with what you're in until some sort of, you two come to some sort of compromise or work through something. And so but within a month or two, you're going to be feeling a little bit more loving again, but it's sort of in this sensual way. I don't know that it's totally emotional. It can be a little bit above the surface, above the belt. Now let's go ahead and pull the long-term outcome, since I didn't do that, and then we'll get into my favorite part of the reading, which is what your person is thinking and feeling at this time. So the Tower in reverse, there's not a lot of big changes happening. I feel like this person is on the other side. Also, I feel like for a lot of you, you're just alone right now. And you're kind of, like I said, over any past BS. You're just looking at the bright side of that coin. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, this is you, Scorpio, male or female. You're just not going to be really looking for love or strategizing for it. And if you're in something, it may be till next August that you feel like really being in something, or if you're not really looking, that might be when something comes in, unless you're dealing with a Leo. Here's Taurus, King of Pentacles again. So yeah, April through August is when you might turn this around, this Queen of Pentacles, or Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, so yeah, let's get into my favorite part of the reading. Use a different deck. I do want to warn you that some of my decks are a little bit graphic, so I marked the videos 18 and over. This is one of those decks. What is Scorpio's person thinking or feeling about Scorpio at this time? What is Scorpio's person thinking or feeling? What is Scorpio's person of interest feeling or thinking about them at this time? One more shuffle. There we go. The Sun, kind of like the outcome we saw in the long term. They want that with you. They want the sun to, you know, they feel like the sun rises and sets at your feet. It'll probably be the title of this. And so they want that with you long term in the outcome. Where we saw the sun, it matches up. It was a different deck, but and here's the Sun as well. All right, so that's pretty clear cut. I feel like this is the most positive card in the deck. So, you know, here just a very peaceful landscape. The sun is setting. They're kind of sailing home, but it's a very positive card. It's like everything is all as well. You know, the sun is illuminating all. So what is Scorpio's person going to be? And they could feel like everything's illuminated, where you feel like you need to have this conversation and get things, you know, out in the open. They feel like everything is out in the open as well. And if this is a new person coming in for you, they're definitely coming in, or they are vibrating high enough to attract you. So just make sure you keep your vibration very high. I'd recommend for you, Scorpio, maybe some writing, like free writing, where you just write 15 minutes a day or three pages a day, however you want to calculate it. Best if you can do it in the morning when you first wake up. If not, anytime during the day, a journal like that. And the other thing would be just a meditation. You could do guided or not, but you want to really, I actually really love guided ones, but just clear your mind for like 15 minutes and raise your vibration to meet the sun here. But let's go ahead and see what your person who exemplifies the sun at this time, who's radiating the sun, what are they going to do? You know, they're transformation, the sun, it's like almost like you're all at the end of a transformation. So if you're bringing in somebody new, you've transmuted, you've got good feelings about the past, 10 of Pentacles energy, and so you're attracting that in as well. What is Scorpio's person of interest or significant other going to do about this? The King of Swords in reverse. So remember how we saw the Queen of Swords upright? And that was sort of you, could have been them, but I feel like it was you kind of cutting them out, not really wanting to talk. And so they're kind of responding in kind as the King of Swords in reverse. They're kind of cutting you out, not talking to you, but they feel a whole lot different. They're hiding their emotions under the surface, kind of how we saw. Oh, well, anyway, I don't want to go on the wrong tangent, but what is Scorpio's person of interest or significant other going to, what is going to be the outcome of how they're thinking and feeling in regards to Scorpio and how they're going to behave towards Scorpio? What is going to be the outcome? The Two of Swords in reverse. So we saw the Two of Swords over here before when we were clarifying, and it's showing that you weren't really having a vision for the future. So that's another thing you might want to do is visualize, close your eyes, visualize the future, you know, come up with a 5-year plan where you want to be romantically, even how that would play out, and just visualize down the road, because yeah, the vision here is blocked, and until you can get that vision and then vibrate high, this person can't come in. They really want to, but you two are sort of at a little bit of a standstill. Like, it's kind of more like a chess game, I feel like, for you two, like who's going to make the next move. We can look more into that in a little while. So how is Scorpio thinking and feeling about their person at this time? How is Scorpio thinking and feeling about their person of interest or significant other at this time? Three of Cups. So you want to reconcile, you want a reunion, you want to be with them and just have a good time, basically. That's how you're feeling now. Earlier you were behaving where you just didn't even really want to talk to them, but now you're feeling a little bit warm and affectionate again. I think just the reading and working through some of those communication difficulties and putting them into perspective, into the bigger picture, is actually made you warmer through this. But I won't give myself too much credit, but you know, you're going through this transformation, Scorpio. So what is Scorpio going to do about how they're feeling about their person at this time? Their person of interest or significant other? What is Scorpio going to do about it? Queen of Wands. So here, yes, I really do feel like, and I get this a little sometimes, that this reading has turned things around, because remember in the last spread, the first card was the Queen of Wands in reverse, and then we had the Queen of Swords upright. You were cutting them out, you were keeping back the passion. Well, here she is again, upright. So that's what you're going to do. You might actually warm up pretty quickly here, Scorpio, whether you're male or female, and just go for your person physically and enjoy this embrace of the sun that they're beaming at you, rather than getting all caught up in this conversation. Or, you know, sometimes swords can represent, you know, worries or resentment. So instead of getting in your head about all that, you're like, okay, it seems like at this time you really want to connect with them. So we got to pull a card really quick before we see the outcome to see if you come at them like this, is that going to change this King of Swords attitude? This popped out. Okay, Scorpio. So with the Five of Wands in reverse here, basically they don't want to battle with you anymore. This is like a really heated battle. But usually, see, it's a sword fight in this card, even though it's wands for some reason. But it's like a very heated battle. And so if you come at them like this, they're going to put their guard down. They might, it's not about words. Yeah, they're not going to resist you, basically. They're going to let you in. But there's not going to be a lot of talking, I feel like. It's all wands here, you know. Even the Sun card has wands. Yeah, they're having a sword fight, and it's a wands card. So I just feel like it's going to be very passionate when you come towards your person with the way that you're feeling. What is going to be the outcome if Scorpio comes towards their person and their person is so open to them? What is going to be the outcome? The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So there is a little bit of validity in your fear that, you know, if you go all in and you don't have this conversation, that there's like, it's like you two aren't going to really make any progress or work on anything tangible. It's just like you're going to get caught up in all of this physicality. And I have to say, for as deep as I've seen, that's about as far as I see it going. Now, the sun matched the long-term outcome, so it doesn't mean you two won't continue on and on and on, but I'm not seeing, you know, any events beyond that, like any other progression. It's just this physical relationship is going to continue for quite some time, and you may be wanting more stability here, and that's why you wanted to have that talk. But it's kind of like you're getting caught up in a more physical thing. So that may be what you're trying to transform from, is just it being a physical thing. But I want to go a little bit deeper into that and how, you know, this is going to play out, and you can get to a more tangible, physical, solid, stable relationship, and not just, I say physical as in tangible, but then, you know, physical as in, you know, attraction, sexual, physical attraction. If you want to kind of figure out how to balance that and get there, then go ahead and join me in the extended. For the rest of you, I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 more cards, one from the Lover's Oracle and one from the Law of Attraction deck. So this will be either to leave you with or to lead you with this little advice until October. So be sure to subscribe. And if you want to check out the big 144 series, I go over all the sun, moon, and rising combinations. Right now, I am going to be doing Libra, Sun, Aries, Moon, and then the first Scorpio Sun one will come up, and it'll be Scorpio, Sun, Aries, Moon with all the rising combinations. So go ahead and like and subscribe if you'd like to see your Sun, Moon, rising combination when it comes out. Let's go ahead and pull that card. Balance. Exactly kind of what I left you off with a moment ago. Finding this balance between the physicality and, you know, the stability. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So for some of you, you might want to still try to have that conversation with this person. Don't let them sidetrack you into the physical, and have that conversation that you feel like you need to have. But maybe come at it in a very loving way where you're sort of being seductive. Might get your message across, like you attract more flies with honey, right? Something of that nature. And let's go ahead and pull one more card from the Law of Attraction deck that I have here. I don't think I have the full deck, but I came across these cards today, so we're going to go ahead and use them. And this one says, I want to harmonize with what I believe is good. So you could be feeling a little guilt or shame that it's such a physical thing that's not a little more tangible. And you probably can't read this on here, but I'll read it to you as we go. And it says, I want to be the best that I can be. I want to do and have and live in a way that is in harmony with my idea of the greatest goodness. I want to harmonize physically here in this body with that which I believe to be the best or the good way of life. If you will make those statements and then do not take action unless you feel good, you will always be moving in harmony with your idea of that which is good. So, you know, always put that visualization, that intention. You know, we saw these 2 of Swords where you're not seeing the future. Think further out, visualize down the road a little bit, and then don't worry about how it's going to play out, right? It says here, do not worry about how. So I'm not going to skim for it, but it did. All right, Scorpio, sending you lots of love, blessings, and light. I love you all, and I'll see the rest of you in the extended. If you go click the extended and personal readings link in the description box below, or the show more part of this video, you'll see the link. It takes you to Psychics Gold, my catalog, Madeline Marie, and you can scroll all the way down to the bottom. You'll see the September 2020 extended love readings. Look for Scorpio. Go ahead and click on it, order it. You'll be sent 2 emails that say product download link. So the first one will just be your receipt, and the second one will be the actual link to get into the extended reading. Sometimes Gmail will kind of put those emails together, but you can always contact the Rotation 411 admin on Psychics Gold, and they will help you out and send you the link. So very much appreciated. Love and light to all of you.